today's topic is finding your niche in a crowded space, the how, the where, and when question. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to find out what this is all about. So how can you find your niche? How, where, and when? Let's get to it. So why is this training important? This training is important because you're going to learn about the niche market. You're going to find how to find a niche market. You're also going to know if the niche that you're currently in is the perfect fit for you. Who am I to be talking to you about all of these things? So my name is Lucky Ella. I'm a digital creator and I'm a funnel hacker, or you can call me a sales funnel specialist. So over the last 20 months, I've been actively building sales pages and funnels for myself and clients. I've also created courses and trainings that have successfully scaled to 6 figures in Naira. So far, I've trained over 350 creators, and my aim is to train over 1,000 by the end of 2021. So why should I be talking about niche market? I didn't start as someone who built sales funnels. I didn't start as a digital creator. I started as a Facebook ads person. I did so many things. I did design. I did a lot of things. And then in the end, I then knew that I have to niche down so that I'm going to stand out. If you look at the first image I used in this slide, you're going to see that there are like 6 guys here, and you see the first person is on red, standing out. This is what niching down will help you do. So when you find a niche, it will help you stand out, like this guy that is on red on the screen. So let's go on. So this webinar is for you if you are struggling to find a voice in your chosen market, if you want to know how to build your authority faster and build the know, like, and trust factor. And this webinar is also for you if you are stuck and do not know exactly what business to start. So this webinar is not for you if you are someone who do not want to learn, unlearn, and relearn. I am still learning. Everybody is still learning. This webinar is not for you if you don't have an interest in the digital space. So everything I'll be sharing with you is something you can utilize in digital space. I've never tried it in offline space before, so I don't know if it works. It may work, but this is strictly for digital space. And then also, this webinar is not for you if you are someone who already knows all there is to know. But if you are in none of this category, then you want to stay to the end of this webinar. So the agenda for today is, number 1, you're going to know what a niche market is. Number 2, why is it important to find your niche? And then number 3, how can you find your niche market and fish out your audience? So let's get started. Get rid of any distractions at this point, because we are about to get into the main business. So we're about to get into the main business of the day. So make sure the only tab open on your phone right now is this Zoom session, and you have a notepad, you have a book. Even if everything I'm going to say you already know it, just listen to me. I may say something, 1 or 2 things that you do not know already. So make sure that you are following, you're not distracted. So what is a niche market? Before I define what a niche market is, I want you to look at it as, if you want to define your niche, look at it as like you are in a very big ocean, and there are so many fishes. Everybody is struggling to be in the spotlight. So that is how I want you to see the niche market. So the niche market is in a pond where just you are the only one there, just few fishes, and then you'll be able to make it easy for you to shine. You can easily shine in a very small pond than a very large ocean, because the ocean is even too big. So like I was telling you guys, think of a niche market as you in a pond that where you can actually shine. It will be easy for me to fish you out. But if you're in the ocean, there are so many fishes and the ocean is too big for me to be able to fish you out. Yeah, so what is a niche market? Generally, according to Google definition, niche market is a specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. Also, its niche market denotes products, services, or interests that appeal to a small, specialized section of a population. A niche is a place or position that's particularly appropriate for someone or something, especially due to being very specific and different from others. If you remember what I said before, when you niche down, it will help you stand out. So niching down generally the idea is to help you stand out from the crowd, is to help you become noticeable. So it's like moving out of the ocean and going into the pond where we can easily find you. We can count all the fishes in the pond. So if you have 1,000 fishes in a pond, we can count those 1,000 fishes. But in the ocean, we cannot count all the fishes in the ocean because the ocean is too big. We cannot even know how many fish are in the ocean. So I want you to think of niche that way. So in ecology, niche refers to the position or function that an organism occupies within its environment among other species, plants, and animals. That means there are other people, but you've decided to move from where everybody is focusing on, to a point where you can actually shine. So in business, a business niche is a specialized or focus area of a broader market that businesses can serve to differentiate themselves from the competition. So in general, when someone asks you, oh, LOR or oh, X, what is niche? Just tell the person niching is standing out in the market. If you've not taken anything out from everything that I've been saying so far about niching, just take it that niching is standing out from a larger market. That is what niche is all about. So finding a niche differentiates your business from the competition and allows you to excel in your sector. This is a quote by Charlene Waters. He's the author of Own Your Story. He said that niching differentiates your business from the competition, allows you to excel in your sector. So when we're talking about the examples of niche, I'm going to explain, because I like to teach with examples. I'm going to explain to you different examples. I'm also going to use myself as an example, how I've been able to niche down and have been able to build authority in what I am doing and have been able to stand out with that. Okay, so now we know what niche is. Before we can say, oh, go and find your own niche, we need to talk about the examples of niche. Yes, we are following. Awesome. What are the examples of a niche? We already know that niching is getting out of a larger market and then putting yourself into a smaller group so that you can be noticeable, so that people can find you, so that you can stand out. So what are some examples? I'm going to use this generic example. So this is an example for a market that's for a women's shoes market. So now let's say you sell shoes. This is a problem. You sell shoes. That's a very large market. You sell shoes, large market. Now, if you want to even break it down further, you want to find a niche in that large market of people who sell shoes, you can say you sell female shoes or women's shoes. You can even say you sell children's shoes, you sell women's shoes, you sell men's shoes. Are you following? So that's one step to niche down. But now, if you want to even niche further, narrow it down further so you can even stand out the more, you want to say, okay, I sell shoes, I sell women's shoes, but then, no, I don't just sell any kind of women's shoes. I sell shoes for vegan women. That is one niche. Or I sell shoes for plus size women that are nurses, or shoes for nurses, or I sell shoes for white feet women. Remember that the kind of shoes that nurses wear, they are different from shoes that every other person will want to wear. Or you can say, oh, I sell shoes for corporate women, women professionals that work in the corporate world. You sell those kind of shoes. Now, when you niche down to this point, if I am a woman and I'm a nurse, for example, and I want to buy a shoe, I will choose someone who sells shoes for nurses over someone who sells shoes. Why? Because if I go to someone who sells shoes for nurses, I am very 100% certain that I'm going to see something that I like, because everything they'll be showing me is shoes for nurses. But if I just go to someone who sells shoes, there is the chances I'm going to see shoes for nurses is very, very, very low. So I would rather not want to bother myself going to someone who just sells shoes than someone who has identified themselves to say, I sell shoes for nurses, or I sell shoes for plus size women. Remember, plus size women have larger legs. So if you sell shoes for these people, a lot of people that sell shoes, they sell these smaller legs. People like us that have small legs, it's very easy for us to find our shoe sizes. So now imagine you are focused on selling only plus size shoes for women. Oh my God. People, you are going to stand out. Like, they'll be like, you're looking for plus size shoes. Go and meet Elohim. Go and meet Mr. X. They sell plus size shoes. What has that done for you? You have stood out in the market. Now, let me use myself as an example. Okay, my niche is funnels, automation, email marketing. That is my niche. I help businesses. I'm going to explain in the simplest form. I help businesses sell on automation. So if you want to sell on automation, you want to sell your product on automation, then that is for me. But now, I did not just stop there. I built funnels for businesses, but then there is e-commerce funnels. There is funnels for small businesses. There is funnels for creators. There is funnels for course creators. I have then niched down further to say, no, I don't build funnels for any kind of person. I don't set up marketing plans for any kind of person. I set up marketing plans for digital creators. What do I mean by digital creators? I build automation funnels. I set up email marketing. I set up marketing plans for people who want to sell online courses, who want to sell digital products, who want to sell webinars, who want to sell training. So if anything you want to do has to do with creating a digital product, a product that people do not need to have physical contact with you to access that product. Like what I'm doing right now is a digital product because you cannot see me physically, but you are getting value. So I niche down, and now people come to me, not just saying, oh, Ella, come and help me build my funnel. No, they come to me and say, hello, I have a course. I don't know how to sell it. Hello, I have an ebook. I don't know how to sell it. Okay. Oh, hello, I want to write a book. How can I sell my book? Hello, I'm already selling my book, but I want to sell more. So the people I will be attracting are people that are digital creators, people who want to create courses, people who want to create ebooks, people who want to create webinars, people who want to create master classes, people who want to create trainings and do well in their trainings, webinars, people who want to master the act of creating digital products. These are the people that will be attracted because I have stood out and said, no, I don't create funnels for e-commerce business. No, I don't create funnels for people who sell physical products. No, I don't create funnels for small businesses. No, you must be ready to create a course, ebook, a masterclass, or any digital product for me to be able to create a funnel or a marketing strategy for you. So that is how I have been able to niche down my product. So I was talking about how I've been able to niche down. We've talked about plus size shoes. We talk about so if you're in the digital space, you might be saying, oh, she's using shoe example. That's why I use myself. I like to use myself a lot because I've learned so much by experience. So when we start talking about how to find your niche, I'm going to tell you how I was able to find my own niche. But right now, we're just giving examples. So that is what I'm just going to tell you. So like I said, I build funnels. I do email marketing. I help course creators, ebook authors. I help people who want to do master classes, who wants to do trainings, who wants to master the art of creating digital products. I help them out. I help them build their funnels, come up with marketing strategies, and all of that. So I've been able to pick out myself and say, oh, I don't just do automations and marketing for everybody. I do it for only course creators. Just like this example that we gave. You don't just sell shoes for everybody. You sell shoes for women, and not just for every woman, rather. You sell shoes for either plus size women, for nurses women, for white feet women, or for vegan women. Are we following? So myself, I build automation and sales pages, email marketing, not just for any business. I don't do it for small business. I don't do it for any kind of business. I do it for course creators, people who want to create digital products, or coaches who have trainings. So you must have a training, or you must have a digital product, or you must want to create a digital product before I will be able to help you. Yes, we are following as well as taking notes. Awesome. Before I will be able to help you. That way, I've been able to build authority. If you look at it, I've been able to stand out. If they start listing people who actually focus in the digital space about course creators, they start listing course creators, people who help course creators build funnels and all of that, I'm going to be among that list. Now, I've been able to detach myself from every other person who builds sales funnels, who does email marketing and all of that. So let's say, for example, let's another example. Now I'm done myself. Let's another example. So let's say you are into digital market. So you do digital marketing, you do Facebook ads, Oh no, let's just use social media management. Exactly. That's a very generic example. Let's say you do social media management. You'd be like, oh, you manage social media for everybody. Man, you are going to be in trouble. So this is why it comes in where you now have to niche down. What kind of people do you manage their pages? Is it people that are into health? Are you managing pages for people who sell health products? Are you managing pages for people who sell e-commerce products? Are you managing pages for people who sell fashion products, like clothes, shoes, and bags? Are you managing pages for people who are coaches? Are you managing pages for people who are course creators? Because every niche have different ways you are going to manage their page. So if you say you're managing pages for anybody, you're going to be in deep soup. Because by the time someone who is in the health niche comes to you and say, oh, please. So by the time someone who is in the health niche comes to you and say, oh, please come and help me manage my page. Or another person who is in the, who is a coach, come help me manage my page. You are going to have problems with content because you are not focused on a particular niche. You are just helping anybody that comes, any business that comes and say, oh, hello, come and manage my page. So long saying our business, our money you define. You just go. You'll be in big problem because you'll not even be getting the results. Because there's no way you are going to master creating content for all of these niches. That is why you need to find a particular niche. So if you're a social media manager, if you are a social media manager, you need to ask yourself, what kind of people are you managing social media pages for? What kind of people? Is it people who are in the health niche? Is it people who are course creators? Is it coaches? Is it small business owners? Is it female entrepreneurs? Is it male entrepreneurs? Is it course creators, e-commerce people? Are those the people that are managing their page for? So that's what you need to access. So that's the examples of niche. Okay, so now why should you niche? I think from the definition of niching, we've talked about why, but I still want to give you more reason why you should niche down. So I don't like talking fluff. I like to talk concrete and give examples. I like to talk things that are facts. I like to say things that make sense. And I like to say things that you can just get it. I like to explain, like using the very basic examples. So why should you niche down? Finding a niche is important for small business owners, entrepreneurs, any kind of market that you're in. You need to find a niche. Finding a niche is important for small business owners, entrepreneurs, or any business at all to who want to not only create a steady stream of revenue, but also establish a loyal audience. So if you know you want to create long-term business, if you know you want customers to be loyal to you, then you need to find a niche. Walter said that a solid market niche helps to ensure that a particular group of customers will want to buy from your business instead of going to the competition. So let's use the shoe example. So if you are selling shoe for plus size women, I will want to come to you if I'm plus size than going to someone who just sells shoes, because it will not only be easy for me to find my shoe size, I'm going to get the best, because that is what you are focused in, just plus size women's shoe. So that's one reason why you should niche down. Another reason why you should niche down is niching down is cost effective. So in this reason, I'm going to use the social media management as an example. So narrowing down your niche allows you to define your target demographic. The more parameters you have of your target audience, the better you will be able to create specific marketing materials that will speak to your audience and no one else. So let me use the social media manager as an example. So let's say you're a social media manager, you do not niche down, you just help anybody that comes to say, oh, I have an Instagram page, oh, I have a Facebook page, oh, come and help me manage my page. You don't even care what kind of business they're into. This is going to cost you a lot, because if you just manage page for any kind of business, meaning you need to put in more energy to know how to create content for all of these businesses. You know how to create content for health niche, you know how to create content for product niche, you know how to create content for course creators, you learn how to create content for coaches, you learn how to create content for different kind of niches, and you're going to burn out. But imagine that you are focused only on just people who in the health niche. I want to come and hire you fast, because I know that you know your onion. It even builds more credibility when you niche down. Because I'll be like, this person is a social media manager. The person has been working in the health niche. That means the person can handle my page. But when they say you're a social media manager, you work in all of the niches, they'll be like, this one, say, if I'm not sure, say, you get the health niche example. No, imagine when you want to go and apply for a job and they say 2 years experience in similar field. You think those people don't have sense by saying 2 years experience in similar field or 1 year experience in similar field? They want to make sure that you've been able to work in this field and you can bring results. That is the essence of the experience. And this is what it's similar to niching as well. If I am a coach and I want to employ someone to manage my social media page, and I ask you for links to the pages that you've managed, and then you are sharing me links to a product page, you are sharing me links to health page, I will not work with you because I know you cannot create the kind of content that I want. As a coach, the kind of content that I create will be more of carousel content where I am teaching people constantly. I'm always teaching as a coach. But as someone who sells products, you do less of teaching. You are showcasing more of your products. So imagine that you'd work with every kind of niche as a social media manager. I'd rather go and look for someone who have more experience working with coaches than just going to employ any random person doing social media management. Reason number 3, when you niche down, you cultivate loyal customer base. I've talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again. So now, whatever you're selling, be it experience, okay? So whatever thing you are selling, be it experience, you're selling apps, you're selling generators, you're selling consulting services, you're selling coaching services, you're selling online courses, you're selling digital products, any kind of thing that you're selling, niching down will help you discover the customers who not only need your brand, but will connect with your brand. When you niche down, you carve out your unique place in the market. When you begin marketing in your niche, you will find the customers who really love or need your product. Now I'm going to explain everything I've read on the screen right now. I'm going to explain so you're going to understand. When you niche down, you cultivate loyal customer base. So let's still use the let me use my own example now. We've talked about the social media, we've talked about the shoes. Let's use myself. So I'm a funnel person. I help online course creators, I help coaches build funnels, set up marketing strategies to sell their coaching, to sell their courses, to sell their ebooks, and to make sure that it's profitable. Yeah. So now imagine I have not niched down and I just say, oh, I help businesses create funnels. If I want to start creating marketing messages, it's going to be hard for me. I will not say, oh, are you a business owner who is having problems creating funnels? Come and work with me. I will help you create funnels that sell. This is not direct. People will not take me seriously because I am not speaking to anybody. But now imagine that now I have my niche. I work with course creators. And then I come to you and I say, in my marketing message, and I say, are you a course creator struggling to sell on automation? Are you a course creator struggling to sell while you sleep? Are you a course creator struggling to write high converting emails that will make people buy your online course? Are you a course creator struggling to create content for your course? Let's work together. I'm going to help you bring your course to life. Imagine that I speak to them and call them by their names. That marketing message is going to hit more than when I just say, are you a business owner who is looking to build funnel? It doesn't make any sense. Meaning I'm saying everybody. I'm just all over the place. You get my point. So that is why when you niche down, you'll be able to cultivate a loyal customer. Now, this does not only make your marketing message easy for you, it will make your customer know you. Like, excuse me, this will make your customer know that you are the one for them. So imagine I say, oh, do you want to build automation for your business as a business owner? Me, I will not be thinking, I'm a business owner, but I don't know what kind of business. So I beg, maybe it's not my business. It's not my business she's talking about. It's not my business. But when I come and say, as a course creator, I've called you by your name. So my audience will even know themselves that I'm a course creator. I think I'm a course creator. Or I'm planning to create a course. I don't know how to do it. Let me go and meet this girl so she will help me. But when I say as a business owner, everybody is a business owner. So my audience will not even know themselves. Even myself, I will be confused. So this is why you should niche down. So the first reason why you should niche down, you stand out in your industry. If you started this session with us, We said that niching down helps you stand out in your industry. So once you define your niche, you will be able to focus all of your efforts on that field and establish yourself as an expert. So imagine that I say I help businesses create profitable marketing strategies. I am going to work my ass out. I'm not going to be an expert in anything because they will not know me for anything. E-commerce people will be wondering, can this one help me now? My business is e-commerce. Can this one help me? Course creator will be saying, can this one help me? My business is course creators. Can this one help me? But when I niche down, I said I help only course creators or people who want to create a digital product. They will know that this girl knows her onions. When it comes to course creation, when it comes to digital product, this girl knows her onions. Yes, she can help me. When e-commerce people come to my page on Instagram, they are going to look at it and say, this one not be for me. I go find who will help me. You get the gist. So your efforts won't be spread thin over a wide variety of tasks. So you'll be able to hone your skill set in your field. Niching down allows you to practice your skills and will give you a depth of knowledge and experience that you wouldn't have if you were doing unrelated tasks or different kind of projects at the same time. So imagine now, in the last 20 months, I've been focusing all of my effort trying to help digital creators. Imagine that if in that 20 months, I've been trying to help businesses instead. That means I would have gone and learned how to build funnels for e-commerce. I'm going to learn funnels to build funnels for small businesses. I'm going to learn how to build funnels for coaches. I'm going to learn how to build funnels for... I will not be perfect. I'll be jack of all trade, master of none. You get the gist. So you want to be able to niche that. Now, do not get me wrong. I'm not saying that you cannot have two different niche or two different businesses. As one person, you can be running different businesses. But if you want to run two different businesses, make sure that in those two businesses, you have been able to niche down. You've been able to niche down. You'll be able to niche down. So let me give you an example. So now let's say, for example, I help course creators. That's one of my business. So let's now say I have another business where I'm selling souvenirs. This one, I'll create a new Instagram account for it. I'll create a new page for it. This is another business entirely. Although it is run by me, I know that if you go to that page, it's for souvenirs. Souvenirs for occasions. Souvenirs for birthdays. Souvenirs for ceremonies. So once you go to that page, you know it's souvenir. When you come to my funnel page, you know it's only funnel, although it's the same person. So I'm not saying that one person cannot have two business ideas, but make sure that any of the business idea you have, you'll be able to niche it down. So when somebody comes to your page, they'll know that this is who you are working for. Okay, so now we are done with what a niche is. We've done it with examples of niche. We are done with why you should niche down. Now the question is, how should you niche down? The energy is contagious. Yeah. How should you find a niche? How can you find a niche? How can you niche down? I've been blabbing. I'm talking. Oh, this is what a niche is. This is why you should niche. These are examples of niche. How can you do it? How now? Hello, how? That's what I want to show you right now. So follow me. Okay. So I have 4 different steps here. I have my own system. At the end of this whole thing, I'm going to share my system with you. So just stay cool. I remember I have examples. Don't worry, I will share examples with you. I'm very good at that. I like examples because it makes you connect. It makes you understand what I'm saying. And so you'll be able to get value and we'll be on the same page. So if you want to find your niche, the first thing you want to do is ask yourself, identify your talent. What are you good at? What are you good at? Whether you're starting a new business or you're already in business, niching down, or you want to niche an existing business, there are definitely things that you can excel at. Now I'm going to give you an example with myself. So when I started on this space, I started as a video editor. I started editing videos, then I started graphics, then I started Facebook ads. And then I was just looking at it, I said, what's happening? I'm doing all of these things. Then I was like, okay, what is my superpower? And I said, okay, I think I know Facebook ads more. So I dropped design. Then I was not like, okay, I still do video editing once in a while. So I was not doing video editing on Facebook ads. I'm like, how can I connect these two things together? How can I connect it together? How can I connect it together? Then I was like, I started doing a lot of things, and then I created my own online course. And I said that, oh, in creating online courses, I need to use videos, and then I need to use Facebook ads to market the videos, and then I need to be able to build funnels so I can sell my online courses. That was how I was able to connect the dots. So I was, first of all, I found my superpower. I dropped design. I'm more design. I not be designer. Even on my page now, I don't get power to the design. If I want to do any program, I just go and pay designer to do it for me. It is not my superpower. Although I said as it, I know all the basic rules of designs. If you check out all of my slides right now, I'm following all the rules of design. Alignments, hierarchy, I'm following it. Color, contrast, I'm following it. But this slide, I did it with a template. I did not do it from scratch because design is not my talent, but I know all of the rules. So if I look at a design and it's not following the rules, I will know, but I may not be able to design it as good as that. That's why I just know that design is not my thing. I dumped it. And then I face Facebook ads. I face video editing. Bring video editing. I got you. Bring funnels. I'm in here for you. So you find your talent. Now, how do you find your talent? You find your talent by trying different things. You see, what are you so good at? What is that thing that, even if I like to teach, teaching is my talent too. That is why I said, okay, let me start teaching people how to create courses. Let me start teaching people how to do this thing that I am doing. So I don't only help people build funnels, I also teach them how to build funnels, because teaching is my talent, it's my superpower. I know how to teach. When I teach, you understand. I'm not hyping myself here, but I'm just stating the obvious fact. So I know how to teach. So that's my talent. So then when you pick your talent, you're not going to go back and sit and say, okay, how can I join all of these things together? I'm going to use myself as an example again. So I like to teach. I've been teaching since I was little. When I was like 5 years, I used to gather children together and I'll teach them. I use my feeding money to buy biro, buy books for them. I buy chalk. Even when I was in the university, I was always teaching my classmates. They'll be like, "Look, come and explain this thing for me." I will explain. When I was in secondary school, same thing. I've been a teacher. I just have that talent. So I knew that I wanted to be a teacher, but I do not want to be an academic teacher. I don't want to teach in a school. I don't want to be teaching in university or anything. Then I started doing Facebook. I started doing video editing. Like, how can I connect all of these things together? So right now in this life, if you have your book and your pen, write down on a place, list at least 5 things that you are good at. List 5 things that you're good at. List 5 of your talent right now. List them now as you're listening to me right now. Write down 5 things that you're good at. Write them down. And then ask yourself, maybe after the life, you can ask yourself that. How can you connect these dots together? So I was not like, okay, I know how to create online courses and I know how to edit videos. I'm very good at using videos. I know how to run ads. I know how to build funnels. I know how to teach. How am I going to connect all of these things together? Design is not my thing. Please go away, design. So I dumped all of the things that is not my thing. I did design. I did a lot of things. So let me not even start listing them. Let me just list these ones. I did a lot of things and I had to dump. So now I said, how can I connect these things together? I was like, okay, when someone create a course, they will need a funnel to be able to promote that course. I said, okay. So now I can create a course. Let me go and learn how to build funnels to promote a course, not funnels to promote a business, funnels to promote a course. Then I'm like, okay, I can run Facebook ads. How can I link this together? You can use ads to get more traffic for your course. So I learned how to use ads to get more traffic for your course, not how to use ads for your business. I can run ads for any kind of business, but I niche down even for that to know only course creator, only digital products. Then I know how to, I know how to create marketing plans. I create it for people who have online courses. And then I know how to teach. I was like, okay, so there's some persons that may not have the money to afford me to help them build their system for them. I'm not really that expensive though, but at least if you want me to help you build your system, at least she will look like from 100K above. So for me to help you do it. But if you want to learn from me, you can pay me as low as 2.5, 7.5 to learn from me. So I can teach. So why don't I teach my knowledge? Why don't I pass my knowledge? So you see, I've been able to connect my dots. After identifying my talent, I connected all of those talents. But if you write down your talent, you see that you cannot connect them. Then you now start scrapping the ones that are not linked together. If it's only one that you have, then you stick with that one. Now you have your talent. You've connected the dots together. Now find your perfect customer. That is the second thing you need to do in creating your niche. You've been able to find your superpower. You've been able to connect your superpowers. Now find your perfect customer. Who is the person you want to target? Who is the person you want to do it for? Because this thing will, the people you want to do it for will make it easy for you to be able to link all of your superpowers together. So imagine your ideal customer. Think about different aspects of them, including income level, geographic location, interest, lifestyle, religion, political learnings, and more. Remember, at the beginning of this video session, I said that if you stay on to the end, I'm going to tell you how you access my free book, The Target Audience Cheat Sheet. It is free. With that book, you'll be able to find your perfect customers. I have explained it like I explained it to you like a 5-year-old, how you're going to define your target customer. Although in this live, I'm still going to talk a little about it, but you get more from that book. So you find your superpowers, find your perfect customer. Let me show you an image of how to find your perfect customer. So we'll just explain this. Okay, so this is an image, not an image. So this is a customer avatar. So to find your perfect customer is like, I know it's a little confusing. You'll be like, how will I know my customer when I don't even have an audience, when I don't even do this? If I ask you as a woman that what is your ideal man like? What kind of man would you like to date? I'm sure you'll be able to write a list. Or if I ask you as a man, what kind of a woman would you like to date? So it should be God-fearing, should be handsome, should be tall, it should be this, should be open-minded, yada, yada, yada. You should be able to do that. So with that same ideology, the first thing you want to do when you want to find your perfect customer is to make a list. So I made a list. Let me use myself as an example. I like to use myself as an example. Oh, please. I made a list and said, okay, I know how to do these things, but I don't want to do it for e-commerce. I want to do it for people, for digital creators. So how am I going to find my customer? What I'm going to do first is to find their goals and values. What is the thing that my customers, what are the goals and values that my customer wants? So as somebody, as a digital creator that will be my customer, their goals and values will be that they want to create profitable courses. They want to create profitable courses. So that's what I taught before even doing anything. You first of all write it down. What do you think that your customer wants? What is that thing you are helping them to solve? So I want to help digital creators create profitable courses, create funnels, market that course like crazy, and sell it like crazy. That is the first thing before doing anything. That is their goals and value. Now you ask yourself, what are the challenges that these people are facing? What is stopping them from achieving this goal? So I will not tell myself that, say, oh, okay, I'm sorry about that. So I will not say, oh, the challenges they may be facing, they may be, because I've not confirmed it. It's just like they're asking you, what kind of man do you want? You just write from your mind, based on your instinct, based on your values, based on what you like in a man. So this is just me guessing. I will not say, oh, the challenges, what may be stopping them for achieving these goals may be that they don't know the technical know-how to build a funnel, or what may be stopping them to achieve this is that they don't know how to create the course. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to do it. That's the challenges and pain points. So I'm not going to ask myself, I'm going to give them a generic age. I'm going to say, now my target audience, let me just tell you, my target audience, their age range is between 20 to 34. Now I've been able to know this age. This one is confirmed age, this is not guessing. But if you don't have an audience before, then you have to guess. But when I started, I guessed. I said, oh, you guess again. You not guess. When I started, I was guessing that my target audience was between age 18 to 45. That was what I guessed. But over time, I saw that people that were engaging with me more are within 20 to 34. So that's, well, from guessing, let us say I guessed, and they're age 18 to 45. So that's the generic age. My target audience, are they married? They are both. They can be married or single. Then their location, I target people in Nigeria for now. That's my target audience. Where do they find sources of information? Where do they get information from? So my target audience, people who want to create online courses, they'll get information from pages that are teaching that as in that similar niche. So pages like I don't know if you are very if you know a lot of people on Instagram, but for me, my clients will be spending time on pages like Nigeria Brand Chick page, Trisha B's page. They'll be spending time on communities like Diary of a Nigeria Girl. They'll be spending time in communities like Salem King. They'll be spending time in communities like Eva, Pretorias, That is where they'll be spending time. Now, why do I want to know where these people are spending their time? So that I can go there and find them. So that I can go to that community, engage with that community, and attract them to myself. So that's not what we are going into. If you want to know more about this, you wait to the end of this webinar. I'm going to tell you how to get my book. So the next thing is the objection. What is that thing that will make them not buy from you? What is that one thing that will make them not buy from you? They may be thinking that, oh, you don't know your onion. Or, oh, they will not be able to do it. So you want to be able to answer all of the objections. So let's go back. So identify your talents, find your perfect customers. So find your superpower, define your perfect customer. We've talked about how to define your perfect customer. Wait until the end of this live, you get my target audience cheat sheet. Now, the third thing you want to do is to research your niche. So let me use myself as an example. When I said, okay, I could do funnels, I could do video, I could do courses, I could do that, I have to go and research. I went to Google places that you can research. Why are you doing this research first? You are researching your niche idea to make sure that the market is not oversaturated and to make sure that it is profitable. Anything you are doing, money is involved. Please think about money. Think about money. You are researching your niche to make sure so that you know whether or not it is profitable. So after I was able to find my superpower, I defined my target market. I now went to Google. I Googled, I used Google search, I used Google Trends. I search, what are people saying about online courses? What are people saying about funnels? Do people want to learn how to build funnels? Do people want to learn how to create courses? And then I was seeing so many people asking questions. Oh, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. How can I sell my course? How can I create my course? I saw that, oh, this market is going to be sweet. It's going to be profitable. So that was how I was able to do my research. So places that you can do research, Google Trends, Google Keywords, you can use Quora, Reddit, you can use groups. Those are places where you can do your research. Okay, so the fourth way that you can find your niche is to find and use your voice. Yeah, I like to shout, please. That is my energy. I like energy in the room. I like it that when I'm talking, everybody can feel me. I like to use examples so that everybody can relate, so everybody can connect. I don't just like teaching, and then talking. I'm not giving you examples that you cannot understand. But now I'm using myself as an example. I'm using other examples, and you can be you'll be able to connect these dots together. So you find your superpower. You've defined your audience. Now you know that this thing is profitable. You've done your research. Now find and use your voice. This is where you now come outside. Start creating content to attract these people. Use your own voice. Don't be afraid to be bold and use your unique voice. Please, I cannot come and say, okay, find your voice. Don't be afraid to be bold and use your unique voice. Find what makes you unique and use that in your marketing. Using a unique voice in your branding and marketing content will help you set apart and help clarify your position as a leader. Man, that is not my voice. My voice is energy voice. I'm energetic. If you go to my page on Instagram, energy. I'm not laugh my ass out. Yes, so find your voice. Don't be ashamed. Don't be shy to say, oh, people are not doing like this, how everybody is doing. Me, I'm not like that. Oh. Because I've been able to find my voice, I get a lot of people come to my DM and say, oh, hello, I liked what you're doing. I like your energy. I like your vibe. I want to work with you. A lot of people have messaged me, they want to work with me. I did not go to them. I don't go to find clients. Though. They come to find me. So imagine I not go to find clients. Just because I've been able to stand. So find your own voice. I cannot teach you how to find your voice. You need to look at yourself. Do you like to talk calm? Do you like to shout? If you can shout, shout. Do you like to dance? Dance. Do you like to use videos? Use videos. Do you like to use carousels? Use carousels. Find your voice, something that is unique to you. That's what makes you stand out. Remember, niching down, the purpose of niching down is to stand out. So find your own voice. After you find the superpower, you find your audience, you've researched your niche, find and use your fucking voice. Don't care what people say. Don't be afraid. Initially, you may not be confident enough. When I did my first live, I was shy. I was not this confident. But I've done several lives. I've been in several lives. In fact, I just completed a 14-day IG live series, back to back for 14 days. So I've done a lot of live series. So I cannot be shy again. I cannot not be shy. If you don't like my style, then now you can't do. Okay, I've talked about this customer avatar. My secret system. This is my secret system. Everything I've explained, those 4 things I've explained. Let's say find your superpower, find your audience, research and research if it's going to be profitable, and then use your voice. This is my secret system. My secret system is have a story. Does it solve a problem? Can you make a living from it? So remember, in the beginning of this life, I shared my story with you. I started 20 months ago. I've been actively building funnels, yada, yada, yada. That's my story. If you ask me my story, and now this story helps me with my voice. So when I'm speaking, I tell you that, I've started with so many things. Imagine, also remember, in the course of this life, I've shared my story with you. How I started with video editing, how I started with design, how I started doing Facebook ads. Then in the end of the day, I started, I started doing other things. So have a personal story why you want to be in that niche. So why I choose digital creators was because when I created my first online course as a Facebook ad expert, I was teaching people how to run ads. I found out that creating online course and selling it is not easy. And I discovered that people are suffering, or people who want to know how to do it. So that's my story behind why I chose this niche. So you have to have a story. Now, does your niche solve a problem? You need to ask yourself, does it solve a problem? Yes, my niche solve a problem. A lot of people want to create courses. A lot of people want to put their knowledge out there. They want to sell their knowledge, but then they don't know how to do it. That's the problem my niche is solving. Now, can you make a living for it? Hell yes, I can make a living from my niche. The lowest I charge for one-on-one is from 100K. I told you before. When I do my courses, you can pay me as low as 2.5. But imagine you pay me 2.5 and I get 100 people sign up for that course. You know how much is that? So I can make a fucking living from my niche. So if you want to be a designer, ask yourself, what story do you have? Why do you want to be a designer? Have you had issues before with designing? Or do you just find it fun to be a designer? What problem are you solving as a designer? Can you make a living being a designer? If you want to sell hair, what story do you have? Have you bought fake hair before? That is why you want to start selling human hair. Or because you want to sell hair because everybody is selling hair. If that is the reason, then you will not last because you don't have passion for it. You don't have a drive that is pushing you. Does it solve a problem? The hair that you are selling, are you trying to help people solve a problem? Can you make a living from it? That's my secret formula. And so if you want to break this formula down, this formula is by my coach, the Vanessa Lau formula. Vanessa Lau is a coach that helps coaches become coaches. Take it like that. I don't know how to explain it. So I was going to wrap this up, that this is the formula that I use, the Vanessa Lau formula. So when you want to find your niche, find your superpower, which is a talent, find your customer, perfect customer, research your niche, and then finally find and use your voice. Now, how you can break these things down into, you can actually classify these things down into these three structure and this formula here. So first of all is your personal story. It is your personal story that is going to drive you, to be able to, why do you want to do this thing? Why are you doing it? That's like the personal story. What pushed you? So my own personal story for being a digital creator was after creating like 3 courses for myself, and I saw the wahala, and I know that not everybody is techy as I am. Me, I just know that I have that gift. When it comes to anything technical, I just need to sit down and just take a few hours or minutes to learn it, and I just get it on the go. So I know that not everybody can do this. So that was like the drive. I was like, okay, so some of this even took me more time to understand. And okay, why don't I try to simplify this thing for people? So that's my personal story why I started it. Now, make sure that whatever thing you're doing, it is searchable. What do I mean by being searchable? People need it. It's solving a problem. Are people asking for help? Are people wanting to do this thing? And I went to go and do my research. Like I said, I first of all guessed, and then I went to do my research. There's a lot of people complaining, like I'm having issues with this, creating my course. I'm having issues hosting my online course. I'm having issues doing this. I'm having issues doing that. That was how I was able to know that, okay, what I'm creating is searchable, meaning it does solve a problem. Then the third thing, is it profitable? Now money be fine, Bobo. Oh my God, the money is very important. In fact, money is very, if you don't make money, how will you buy data? How will you pay your bills? How are you going to do things? How are you going to do stuff for yourself? As a lady, how are you going to buy hair, buy those fine clothes? Me, I like gadgets a lot. I have a lot of gadgets, accessories. Okay, now my tab is spoiled. So imagine I'm not making money. How am I going to spoil? How am I going to repair my tab? I went to fix my laptop this evening. Imagine I'm not making money. How am I going to fix it? I have to sub. Every week I sub at least, but like if I don't sub at least in a week, I sub 5K. So that means in a month, I sub like 20K. So imagine I'm not making money. How am I going to make up for my data. So you need to make sure that whatever niche that you're picking is something that can give you money. So like I was saying, if you want to do graphics, if you want to go into graphic design, ask yourself, what is that thing that is driving you? Now, this personal story is what will keep you in business. I've been in this business for 20 months. My friends thought I was going to stop. Like when I started, I was struggling, but what the drive that I had is what kept me going. My friends are like, hello, this thing that you do, you want to die. You study biochemistry. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys. I studied graduated from biochemistry in 2019. Studied biochemistry. I didn't do anything marketing. And then now you want to kill yourself with these things. But then what keep pushing me was the personal story that I have. I got to a point I almost gave up. If not that I have that drive, that personal story, I wanted to do this, is what I want to achieve. I want to help people do this, blah, 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 blah. I won't be able to stay. I won't be able to last long as this. And now I'm not stopping anytime soon because I'm already so deep into this thing and I'm not stopping it. I'm going even deeper. So it is my personal story. That's what is pushing me. Now, is it searchable? People are coming to ask help for me because the more I position myself as an authority, the more I put myself out there, trying to teach people, give them value, they're now coming to me because it is searchable because I've done the research before. It's something that solves a problem. But now I'm not putting myself out. People now know that I can solve that problem for them. Is it profitable, like I said? So is the money that we back up the personal story. Because if you're not seeing money from it, you'll be easily frustrated. Now, let me tell you, if you're just getting started, then you may not be making as much money, but then with consistency, you're going to be making money. Exactly. When I started, I started with Facebook ads. I used to charge 2.5 to run ads for people for 14 days. I mean, how many days? 2.5 last one. Now I can never collect 10K to run ads. That's why I stopped running ads for people, like for business, because it was no longer profitable. People don't want to pay. So they'll tell me that I run ads first, I'll pay you. I just stopped. It was not profitable, so I had to scrap it. The design stuff, like I said, it was not my superpower, so I have to scrap it. So you can see all of the connection. You can see all of the connection that I'm trying to join together. So that is how to find your niche. That is how to find. So let's do a quick recap. So the first thing we said is, what is a niche? A niche is a small part of a larger component. In general, just say it is like a pond. Taking a pond out of a river and then you dominating that pond. It's easier to count all of the fishes in that pond than to try to count all of the fishes in an ocean. So that is what a niche is. Then number two, the next we'll talk about is niching down will give you more clarity. Niching down will help you build authority. Niching down will help you build a loyal customers. Niching down will help your marketing message to be clear. Even niching down will help you create better content. Because when you want to create content, you already know people you're creating content for. So I have 6 content pillars. I talk about sales funnels. I talk about courses. I talk about ads. I talk about email marketing. I talk about my personal story on my page. So these pillars are what guide me when I'm creating my content. So all of these pillars, so if I want to talk about online courses, if I want to create content around online courses, I just brainstorm what I can teach them for free about online courses. If I want to talk about lead generation, I just brainstorm. But I make sure that everything I'm talking about is helping someone that wants to be a course creator get results. Then the last thing that we talked about in this live is story. Make sure that you have a personal story behind you, because that's what will keep you in your toughest time, in your lowest. It is that story that will make you keep going. Make sure it is searchable with something that solves a problem, something that people are looking for. And then finally, make sure it is profitable, because it is that money that will also keep you in your toughest time. When you look and say, okay, this is why I'm doing this, and I'm also seeing money from it. This is what will keep you going. So this is like the recap of everything that we've done today in finding your niche in a crowded space. If you're able to do all of these things, like as I've explained it to you, if you're able to implement, then you are going to see massive vision. You're going to understand better. Creating content will also be easy for you, because you will not be trying to create content to attract everybody. You'll be creating content for that particular kind of person. This life is not about creating content. We're just trying to tell you the possibilities and things that you can achieve by niching down, by finding a particular niche and then staying there. You build up your authority. Don't mind me. That was a mistake. You build authority faster. You build a loyal customers, and people will come to know you for one particular thing. And now when people, okay, someone called me last 2 weeks. I didn't know the person. When people call me randomly, I like to ask them, where did you get my number from? Yes, my number is on my Instagram page. My email is also there. But I like to ask them to know how they found me. I was like, how did you find me? He said, someone referred me. I said, who is the person? He called the person's name. I've never heard of that name in my life. I don't know anybody like that. But then I knew that this person referred me because of what I've been doing on my page. This person referred me because I position myself as an authority to help digital creators. And that was how this person came to me. So that is the possibilities. The possibilities are endless when you niche down. Although some persons say that when you niche down, you are limiting yourself to have more opportunities and be in many places. But I say that when you niche down, it is the disadvantages of niching down are way lesser than the advantages. You get it. But when you niche down, you also give yourself less work. The time you visit to learn millions, you used to learn one thing and become good at it. You used to master your craft. So that is why you need to niche down. Okay, so I think we've come to the end of the webinar. Let's do question and answer. If you have any questions, ask them. How long does it take to find your clients? Okay, I'm going to answer that. I hate people who do not implement. So go back to implement. Go back to implement. I hate people who do not implement. Like, it pisses me off because when you don't implement, everything I'm saying is garbage when you do not implement because you will not see results. That's just the truth. So how long does it take to find your clients? This question, it is very, very tricky. I'm also going to use myself as an example. I like using myself as an example because I've experienced a lot of things. You can find your clients in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. It all depends on how you've positioned yourself. So it starts first from the niching. So find your niche. Find the people you want to attract. Then define who these people is. Define your perfect customers. Then start creating content that speaks to these customers that will attract them. So if you are using Instagram, you can choose your platform. So people, they are good on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is not my thing, I beg. I don't do WhatsApp marketing. Instagram is my place. That is my superpower. That's like I said, find your superpower and stick to it. So people, they sell well on WhatsApp. When you come to Instagram, that is where my power is. I don't get power for WhatsApp. People that save my number say, I want to connect with you on WhatsApp. I tell them, I know they teach anything for WhatsApp. Anything you want to learn is on Instagram. Now you know. So that is it. So first of all, find the platform that you want to use to communicate. By this, don't just choose any platform that you like. Choose a platform where your audience are. Like me, my audience are mainly on Instagram. That's where they are. And that's why I chose the platform. And I had to fall in love with Instagram because that's where the money is for me. That's where my audience are. If your audience on WhatsApp, then you need to fucking fall in love with WhatsApp. If your audience on Twitter, go and fall in love with Twitter. And then once you're on Twitter, you now need to now position yourself. So if you're on Instagram, the first place after niching down is to arrange your bio, craft your marketing message, craft your mission and your value proposition. So if you go to my bio says, hi, let me even read it from my phone, Seth. My bio on Instagram says, let me read it from my phone. What does my bio say? My bio says, hi, I am Lucky Elohor, and I provide simple online course launch and promotion strategies for newbies. I also provide lead generation and sales funnel strategies for course creators. Start here. So if you come to my page, if you are a course creator, you will know that this person can help me. So that's first way to find clients. So how long does it take? How long it takes, it depends on how much effort you're putting in. So I cannot tell you it's 5 days, it's 10 days. Me, I started making money from my page after 3 months of starting my page. I had only 100 and something followers. That's when I started making money. Some persons started making money when they get to like 5K followers. So persons start making money when they get to 1,000 followers. But it depends on how intentional you are about your business. It depends on how intentional you are about marketing, because if you do not market, people will not come and buy. Even though you niche down, you define your audience, you put it on your profile, you create content to attract them. If you not tell people to come and buy, they will not buy. I'm currently selling a program right now. I've not launched it, but then I'm using a free workshop. I have a workshop to teach you how to build landing pages. I'm using a free workshop to attract people. So by the time I give them value in that workshop and I try to sell to them, they're going to buy. But if I sit down on my Instagram and just be creating free content, I will not get clients. It will take longer time. So if you want clients, as you are creating content, in between the content, tell them that if you would like to work with me, send me a message. If you would like to work with me, click on the link in my bio. That way you'll be able to get. So you need to be intentional about your business, intentional about your brand, and you'll be able to get clients. As per the time, it depends on how intentional you are and how well you are doing in terms of your marketing. So I cannot tell you 1 month, 2 months, 5 days. If you're very intentional about your marketing and your brand, then you can just be in business for 1 month and you're making sales already. You're getting clients. I hope that answers your question. So if you have any other question, please let me know in the chat. Yeah, you mentioned where to search on Google. Can you mention it again? Okay. And we have Google Trends, we have Google Keywords. You can install these Google Keywords on your as a Chrome extension. So this is Google Keywords. Okay, keywords everywhere. That's Google Keywords. So what this extension does, once you install it, what it does, it helps you when you start browsing on Google. This is it that is on. Just go to Keywords Everywhere extension, install it on your Chrome extension, and once you are Googling on your laptop, it only works on desktop. Actually, your laptop, it will be bringing keywords that people are searching for. So Google Trends, Keywords Everywhere, or Google Keywords. Quora is spelled Quora, Quora. Then Reddit is spelled Reddit. You can also go to Facebook groups, open Facebook groups where you can ask random questions and people will be able to answer you. Another good place to research, is to check your audience, your competitors page. So sometimes last 2 weeks, she's not really my competitor, but my target audience are on her page, Nigeria Branch. She asked a question that what is one thing you are struggling with as a business, and if you need help with, you appreciate if you get help. I just went to a comment to a lot of people. Some people say, oh, I need help building a funnel for my course. I need help creating my course. I need help with this. So those are good places to also search for your ideas to know if they're actually valid.